guys, Jill here, and I wanted to show you my tag book. It has 25 tags from the Tim Holtz online. It's 101 Creative Chemistry. Creative Chemistry 101, sorry. And it is available at onlinecardclasses.com. And that's a site that was started, I'm pretty sure it was Kristen Werner and Jennifer McGuire. And I'm sure you guys know those names. Jennifer McGuire's with Hero Arts, and Kristen Werner's with a lot of different companies, but both of them have done their classes before on that site, and I can tell you this class was amazing. It's written tutorials as well as video tutorials with Tim Holtz. It was live, or that day he was doing his videos as we went, and he was answering questions. And now that feature isn't available, but all of the content is still available. So for $35 you can pretty much buy hours of classes with Tim Holtz, and also you kind of get a peek into his craft room and some of the ways that he does his ideas, things like that. I think it was totally worth it. So each day we did 3 tags up until the last day where we did 1 tag, and I had so much fun with this. Now I do have pictures of this on my blog, which is stampira.blogspot.com, and I'm pretty sure it's the usual HTTP and the www, all of that, but it is the same name here, stampira.blogspot.com, and I have pictures up there, and I went to update it last night and I couldn't get in. So on top of me being a bad blogger, I couldn't get in. Okay, so each class we had these labels that we could print out and add to the back of our tags. Now obviously I'm not going to show them to you. They're step by step. It's obviously not my copyrighted information, but I can show you what I created. So I'm going to go through the tags and tell you what I remember about the technique, because he broke it up into product, which was also really helpful. These first 3 were pretty much what you do with your distress ink pads. So we had brushless watercolor, and I've known and loved this technique. And actually, here's the cover from my brushless watercolor book that we did with Tim at Ranger U. So it's always been an awesome technique, and I just changed up the colors a lot. I used a lot of yellow and orange in this book because I don't normally. So this one, let me make sure the technique is, yeah. And again, sorry about the light, always the same. This one is the blended spritz and fleck, so you can see where the flecks of water are on the blended background. This one is the wrinkle-free distress. I've always done the wrinkle-free distress with perfect pearls included. Second day was alcohol inks. We didn't, again, we just touched on each. This was a 101 class, and I could not leave my Halloween stamps behind. And that was alcohol ink agates. This one is a resist. The archival inks, I don't know if you know this, but there are different resins. And so this is, the brown is distress ink over them. And I know it's hard to see in this light, but there's a really cool background. Then this is the mirrored, no, just the reflection stamping using that mirrored reflection stamp set and a folder. I just love this technique, and that's why I got the embossing folder I show in my haul. Then we worked with, on this day, this was just the watercolor with re-inkers. This was making sprays with the re-inkers, and this was through a stencil. This was a Spellbinder background die, and that was layered misting. This one was a custom stamp pad. So we made a stamp pad with the, oh my gosh, cut and my God, why can't I think of it? Anyway, the pad, the cotton felt or something. Then this is the resist technique with the craft reflections and the distress stains. And again, it's kind of busy, but I had a lot of fun. Let's see, this one was just using the white as a resist, and it was called Marbled Stains. Now this one I didn't really do what he did. I used my Tombos before I had my markers, and so we just did different techniques with our markers, and that's why this one's blank, and I still don't have the stamping paper, but stamping with markers is going to be that one, but I figured I should just put it in my book. Then this is probably one of my least favorite. I don't like how the dress turned out, but I have never been that in love with the distressing embossing powders. I mean, I think they have a really, really amazing effect, but I guess that's just not the effect for me. I don't know. So, and it could be the colors I have too. Did not turn out very good. So this one I thought was amazing, the rusted enamel technique, and I went with red, which again, a color I don't use a lot. Then this was again the distress powders, and I think it was just distress powder resist. Then we used sticky canvas. I used the wrong stamp. I shouldn't have used something so detailed, because that was a really cool resist with the sticky back canvas. And then this is where I realized my distress colors really stink, and I mentioned that in my haul video. So that's with the dabbers as the resist, sorry. Then this was the, let's see, crackle paint resist technique, and I love how this came out. And I've done this before, and it's such a cool technique. So I was happy with that. Plus it was a really good excuse to get out all of my Tim Holtz stamps and tools and toys and Ranger stuff. I'm gonna sneeze, and I was doing this before. Excuse me, I don't know, there's something out today really, really getting to me all of a sudden. This one, again, didn't turn out quite as good because of my colors of dabbers. Really limited. But this is the Rock Candy Crackle. I think it's called Stained Glass, Shattered Stain Technique. And again, I got out the skull. I got this for Halloween after last Halloween, so this guy's gonna get some use next year. Then this is Perfect Pearl Day. And I'm sorry I haven't been telling you all of the days. But this was, yeah, Perfect Splatter Distress. And again, love it. And this one didn't come out as good because I didn't get my dryer. I thought my dryer was plugged in my heat tool. And it starts to spread. But I left it in here. It's still cool. And I could just stamp something over it. Like a lot of these aren't finished. This is Perfect Distress Mist, which is where we make our own mists. Then I just added this one in because he does other techniques outside of the tags to show us, oh well, this product can normally be used this way type thing. And this is just simply stamped with the leaf stamps and Perfect Pearls rubbed over it. And this is the final day. And this was Rock Candy Distress Stickles. So it's pretty much just kind of highlighting how wonderful they look. And I love that look. So there you have it. There's my actually 26 tags. But this is what I did along with the class. And again, it's one of those work at your own pace things. I did fall a little behind at some point. And will warn you, it makes you want some products, even if you have an amazing supply of Ranger products like I do. I know I'm really lucky in that I have focused on my Ranger products, and it's something I've been building for years. And while I'm at it, this video is already long. Here's my book from Ranger U. And so it's come a long way since then. Because when I went to Ranger U, we were working with, and this one fell out, I forget what it was. Look, we were working with his original technique, which is where you crumpled up the tag and it came out so cool. And This was just playing around with some distressing, vellum. I mean, this was more Ranger ink focused than, say, Tim Holtz. But the alcohol inks had just come out through Ranger, of course. And so we created some really cool techniques up there. And now I think you get like 60 some tag techniques because things have grown a lot. I went up there in 2003 and 2004 for Ranger use, so I know it's changed a lot, and they've added a lot, and Tim's line of products has expanded, because at that point I think he might have only had a few, either 6 or 12. I think it was 6, so it might have been 12 at that time. But so there you have it. So now I have these wonderful technique books, and I love these kind of things. And if you have any questions, obviously don't hesitate to ask. As always, I'm going to be playing with my distress markers a little bit more after the wedding. It's coming on fast. And I think I've gotten my future sister-in-law and my niece hooked. I got them Smash books for Christmas and my soon-to-be sister-in-law's birthday, and we are now having fun. So that was great. I had them over yesterday, and they're starting to learn, and I haven't taught them embossing yet, and those of you know what I mean, because that's another ooh-ah thing. And I'm going to let the first batch of stuff sink in, and then we're going to go from there. But we had a ton of fun. So, but with the wedding, it's all going so good. But I'm just trying to get into the final push of things, and with my shoulder still doing its thing from when I was sick, I have to spread things out. But after that, you will see a lot more stuff, because I have a lot of half things done, and then I want to show you all the wedding stuff, because the choices that Cassandra is making, and my brother too, of course, is just, you know, beautiful, and everything's coming out great. So I'm excited to show you that stuff, and everything is almost done. And then after the wedding, I'm sure you'll see a lot more randomness from me again. But right now, of course, that's my main focus. So looking forward to that. So there you have it. And thanks for hanging in there if you stuck through the whole video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.